I think one of the main things that everybody can learn to offer is deep listening. So if you're shy, you might already be good at listening, and that's a huge gift. And the fact that you are shy or maybe an introvert doesn't mean that you can't do this effectively. And the fact of the matter, I think, as well, is that most people are helpful. If you're somebody who's had bad experiences, then I think this is an opportunity to challenge any baggage that you might have, any old beliefs, and try and think instead that most people want to help you, most people are friendly. Also, if you're somebody who's worried that you might be too junior or that you're too newly qualified, you bring a fresh perspective, and that's nearly always interesting. One is people at either work or at university or college who might have a reputation for being difficult. So I think what often happens is that people think that reputation is the be-all and end-all, and then they might approach that person with wariness. I know all of you are on LinkedIn, and it's one that I would recommend using to keep in touch with all your professional contacts and keeping a handle on that network. I think in many ways it's much more like broadcasting than actually being direct friends with somebody as you might have been in the past. The other thing I think is, if you're speaking, unless you've been asked to speak for longer, be conscious of not talking for a long period of time, because if the other person is not interrupting you and you talk solidly for 15 minutes, that can be hard. So as a rule of thumb, I think deep listening goes hand in hand with being short, being brief, to the point. We tend to listen more to people that we think are important. We tend to listen more to people who we think are of high status. Women generally, and lots of research shows this, get interrupted far more than men. And anecdotally, I've noticed that's the case even when those women are in senior positions. This means when you're listening to somebody deeply, properly, that's an immediate level of respect, and it's something they may not be consciously aware of, but they will feel it. And this is something that, as I said, is a very powerful gift that you can offer in terms of networking. If you've never done yoga before, it's a beginning pose. And it is all about confidence. So I would say do that on each leg once a day, and it will build your confidence. That pose requires focus and inner focus, and that's one of the building blocks of confidence. The other thing I would say is start off small. Start off with something very manageable, something that doesn't feel scary to you, and build from there. So small steps, I think, are very effective.